Congress is quietly moving to integrate U.S. and Israeli military. Shocking, but not shocking. In America's next year military budget, we not only find hundreds of millions of dollars in military aid to Israel being disguised as military cooperation, but also Section 224 has some controversy. American taxpayers' money is going to be invested in joint Israeli-American military ventures. This means that money is going to go to weapons, AI, network integration, and data fusion. You're not just working with an ally, you're fusing so much that they become almost indistinguishable from each other. We're sharing too much with them. And this opens the door for them having more influence and say within our government and military. And since we're helping them with missile defense, they'll be using our joint missiles and joint technology to go attack their enemies and thus automatically dragging us into their wars without any say from our politicians or from our democracy.
All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushua, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters that's out there, unto his like foreigners. From the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. I have to stop it there. I didn't see the rest of the video, but the word on the streets, the streets of the web, several people have been saying the same thing. So if you don't know, yeah, they're coming together. But the main thing that I really want to harp on is that word that he just said. And we living through the prophecies of Obadiah. Also, Jeremiah 49th chapter. All right. Jeremiah the 50th chapter. Okay. And the key, that prophecy, matter of fact, let me just get to the point. Show you that, hey, everything that's in the scriptures is living proof. All right. We're living proof. Jeremiah 49 and 22, I believe. No, not 22. We right about 20. It says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purpose that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So what is the key? Being drugged or being dragged out. All right. On Jeremiah 50 and 45, I think it is. It says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that ye have against Babylon, and his purpose that ye have purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So who is the least of the flock? The least of the flock is Amalek, the Amalekites. They're dragging Babylon, Edom. All right. Now, it's hilarious because you have, can't put it up, but you go on the net and you have several rabbis, which are rabbis, and several people that knows the scriptures call America Edom. And these rabbis will call America Edom and saying that when it's all said and done, that America is going to be destroyed. And it's Edom. But yet you integrating with Edom to fight off against Ishmael, when knowing that Edom was going to be destroyed. So the hypocrisy of Esau is hilarious. The least of the flock is drawing them out. And that's exactly what he's talking about. So what does that mean? That means not only Iran, the Iran trap is right in front of the world, and the world knows it. All right, they're gonna say, "Oh, this is not an endless war." Vietnam was an endless war. This is a modern day Vietnam war, when nobody wants to go in, nobody's respecting the military personnel. Oh, I gotta get that video. I'll be after these messages. Hold on, let me get that. Here's the video. Now check this out. Don't mind this.
Hey, Iran has a choice. So right now, hey, Iran has a choice. Meet at the table with the president, give up their nuclear program. And as the president said, I'm lost on time, 2 days ago now, in the cabinet meeting, sit right next to him. He looks in the camera, says, well, Iran can either do it the right way, with a deal, across the table, or they can deal with my guy on the left. That happened to be me. But it's not me, it's you guys. It's what you're ready to do. So right now,
As you can hear, they're not motiv- That's not a motivational speech. This is a Vietnam War all over again. There's no real motivation. 9/11, you gave the bullshit excuses. You had the minds of the people. Military personnel, they was willing to go to battle, go to war. They believed that they were attacked. That was the Pearl Harbor shit all over again. Showing that history repeats itself. Now we in the Vietnam. And do you remember the end of Vietnam, Esau? It ain't look good for you guys back then. It's not looking good for you now. All right. But as you can clearly see, they're not motivated. That's not a motivational speech. He said he's going to be on the guy to my left. It's not me. It's not me. It's you guys. It is him. He's responsible. He got to put the troops in a good situation for them to win the war, but he's not because he don't know nothing. All right. So he's saying basically they're saying like, look, we control the things, but in reality, it's nothing. It's the small hatters, and that's what this guy was getting into. All right. This guy's telling, like everybody else, they're telling the truth. The small hatters are running the show. Now they're dragging America to something that is not able to come back. There's no comeback. There's no comeback tour. All right. The rest of they have Cuba's next, right? Because Cuba is the morale pusher. Like, oh yeah, we still got it type shit. That's what they planning. Iceland and that those hats with the small hats already have in mind that Turkey is next for them, and they don't finish anything. They start when it's hot, and then they leave, and it never resolve. So if Turkey's next, if they attack Turkey, talking about that welfare state, when they attack Turkey while they still at war with Iran, that's I believe it's Article 6. So automatically NATO's supposed to be going to war with that land, but they can't because America runs it. See the quagmire, the dilemma. Whatever whatever they're trying to do, America is fucked. Okay, let me let this play it a little bit more.
Their wars. Thank you to Ben Freeman and Responsible Statecraft for this one. And our military command looks like it's following Israel's interests and not ours at all. I need you to understand this. If we merge with Israel's military, preventing anti-Semitism will suddenly be in the interest of the national security of America. Any American considered anti-Semitic could and will be deemed a domestic enemy combatant.
Which it goes into the last show I just did, which Trump signed, deeming whoever they see a fit as domestic terrorists, and they say they're gonna kill him. Which goes into the Noahide law. All right, that's against them. So everything's in motion. All right, they're merging the military force to be pro small hatters. So everything is in motion. This shit's about to get really diabolical. All right. Oh, might I add, December, a lot of you YNs are going to be taken and be thrown into the grinder. Just to let you know.
Pulling descendants out of their homes and putting them in detention centers.
All right, so there's been a lot of talk over the past 24 to 36 hours about Section 224 of the 2027 National Defense Authorization Act. Now, Section 224 was forced into the NDAA by Congressman Ronnie Jackson from Texas. And before he was a member of Congress, Ronnie Jackson was the White House physician under the first Trump administration. He was actually accused of turning the first Trump White House into a massive pill mill. But let's stay on topic here. We've got much bigger fish to fry today regarding the occupation of this country and the installation not just of a foreign military, but a foreign surveillance state over the American people. Because if you actually look in to Section 224, you'll find it listed among the top priorities of the U.S. Congress. It's not just merging American troops and American military hardware with Israel. It's merging America's AI infrastructure and autonomous weapons systems with Israel as well. They keep
That's what do you call it? Palantir. Palantir. The Palantir is already heading the military, the U.S. military. So everything is in motion. Every single thing. YouTube, Facebook, what's the other joints? Meta. Everything's in motion. They're monitoring you. They watching you. They're ensuring you're saying the right things or you're not saying the right things. They put the AI to watch over people. If anything that place ever gave the world, they put surveillance over people. So America became infused a large thing of them. It's like America runs the beast. Well, that that lad runs America. Okay, that's why Benjamin, not a Jew, he's like, yeah, they let America let me know exactly what they're doing with Iran. They call me up, like, yo, he's a true president. So everything's in motion. This thing is about to go down. It's gonna get far worse than you expected.
Telling us that all these data centers, thousands of them, they're vital to national security. Well, now, under the 2027 NDAA, Israel will gain access to them, which has always been the plan.
And the data centers, which I've been saying for a long time, needs resources, the same resources that the people need. This is why they starving people out and taking people out of certain areas. They're continuously building these things not to help America, to keep the American people locked down. They are literally building the beast system. And your local police force has been trained by the same people even back then. So this
data centers, they aren't about powering Chat GPT on your smartphone. They aren't about keeping you safe. They're about powering a surveillance state that reports back to Greater Israel, the Talmudic super state that Americans are paying for right now in blood and treasure. The government just admitted this morning more Americans have been wounded, likely more killed, in the Middle East as this war for Israel drags on. And if you don't like this data center overhaul, if you don't like this merger with Israel, then the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, the Department of Defense, they will flag your Palantir profile, they will label you a national security threat, and they will share that information with their foreign friends. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is congressional legislation.
That's why when the Israeli woman, she said the greatest threat to Israel is the urban jakes. Not a foreign nation, is the urban jakes. Jakes, the so-called black youth. That's what they said. So they're coming. All right. So they're going to be dragged out. They're going to drag America into that war where a majority of the young men and women are going to be taken and grinded out. And anybody that remains here, they're going to try to throw people into this concentration camps. It's diabolical. It's real diabolical. But you can clearly see the prophecies are being fulfilled. All right. Esau, when the Lord comes back, Esau got to be on top. The Edomites got to be on top. And then the main ones is Amalek. Amalek is running the show. All right. That's why when you read the scriptures about Amalek, the Lord has a special judgment for them. Okay. That judgment is annihilation. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Like, I was looking for something. Numbers 24. Numbers 24 and 18. Matter of fact, let's start at 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nay. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and he shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy all the children of Seth. And Edom shall be a possession, and Seir also shall be a possession. But his enemies in Israel shall do valiantly. And out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter he shall end shall be perished forever. Sorry, shall that he perish forever. So Amalek has a special sort of anger, fury from the Lord himself. Okay? And the Lord is allowing those people to be on top. They're going around calling other people Amalek. And all they're doing is enforcing their rules on this world. That's why, matter of fact, I'm going to get that. Revelation 13 and 14. And man, yeah, and he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. And those miracles back then was the atomic bomb, then the nuclear missiles, and now those miracles are those artificial intelligence. Okay, that's the working of Satan. That's a sign. It says, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. And that wound by the sword, remember, the Roman Empire fell, but they brought it to life. How they brought it to life? Did they revive it? What did they call that damn machine? Or did it like a Frankenstein? No. The same concept of the Roman Empire is that's why they tried to live. During the Roman Empire, they had servants, slavery. They branded their slaves, and each slave, whoever that brand belongs to, they own them. All right, lock, stock, and barrel, men, women, and children. They had no say so, no nothing. And this is the exact thing that they wanted to do. So since they can't do it outright, they have to do it another fashionable way. So they revived this Roman system, all right, which we know now is the New World Order. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which is that the Roman Empire, that which became the New World Order. Right? They revived the Roman Empire in 1957. The Treaty of Rome. Okay, and they've been following that trend for a long time. This is part of the Chaldees, which are the Freemasons' whole protocol. It says that the image of the beast should both speak And how is it speaking? Is it talking? No, it is alive. It's alive and well. Okay. Now the surveillance part of it all, that's more new because this is a form of them trying to be a god, to know where everywhere their slaves are at. It says, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And this is where we at. You speak against that certain group, you will be killed. You will be killed. This emerging system is not an ordinary thing. This is a big deal. All right. That means that they could target their own citizens if they want. American citizens, which they have no problem. Going back to this video, which I didn't see all this, but it sounds good to me. Come on.
Legislation, active congressional legislation, completely surrendering American sovereignty and American humanity to a foreign country. Hey, here's another one for you. Now we know why Israel was blackmailing world leaders and billionaires. They were looking to do a silent fucking takeover of the United States. And our proof is the new bill that was put forth by Kristen Gillibrand for the Israeli-United States Futures Act, which would merge our militaries. It's a fucking silent coup, except Israel fucking took us over. Don't listen to me. Think for yourself and think about it.
And the world sees it. And this is going down. It's going down. So they're dragging America to a war that it never will come out of. All right. A war that will never come out to establish this new world order. A new world order under their jurisdiction. That's why they have the philosophy, which did I do that show? I think I did. I can't remember. That professor, he was breaking it down. Just want to use him. He was basically saying that the idea is that the whole they forcing the world to hate them so that their Messiah could come in, take over. So this whole thing is just a terrible play. But yeah, how about Shem Shai he's coming for their ass. All right, I'm gonna end it off on here. Isaiah 63. I usually like to read in the thing, but it doesn't matter. Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that come from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I speak in righteousness, mighty to save. So why is he coming out of Edom? Why is Edom such the focal point? Because Edom is going to be found in the world. That's the adversary to the Lord. That's the one that when the Lord makes his return, he's going to be going against. It's Edom. All right. So when Isaiah saw the Lord coming, I'm like, wait a minute, why is he coming out of Edom? He said, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that trotteth in the wine fat? I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I have trodden them in my anger, trampled them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my remnant. Meaning the Lord is coming back to destroy Edom. I believe there's a psalm in this. Yeah, it was David. Matter of fact, let me read this next verse and I'm going to jump to that one. It says, for the day of the Lord, it says, for the day of vengeance is in my heart. The year of my redeem is come. So the Lord's payback. So yeah, they're forcing the hand of the Messiah, right, to make his return. I believe is this one? No. Not that one. Salakia, because it's one where he says it. Who shall go with me to Edom? I believe that's, well, I don't want to type it. Nope. I don't want to do that one either. Let me see. Is it Edom? There's the one in Psalms that I'm looking for. No, it's not the one. It's all right. Because David said the same thing. Like, who shall go with me to Edom? Or is it the seer? Can't remember now. Yeah. Let me see if I type it in like that. That was a long shot. Nope. Maybe I'm miswording it. But anyway, and it says, and I looked and there was none to help me. I wonder that there was none to uphold. Therefore my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury upholding me. And I will trod down the people in my anger and make them drunk in my fury. I will bring down their strength to the earth, which goes into Isaiah the 14th chapter. All right. That's why this man created the Space Force, which he's so proud about. Why he had made a Space Force? He made the Space Force because of the simple fact is they know that the Lord is making his return and the Lord is going to destroy them. All right. He's going to destroy them. Even the small hats says that America is Babylon the Great and is Edom. But yet they're in line with Edom. Make that make sense. All right, because they're the Edomites that the Bible speaks of. And so the people that's going to in position of power today is whom the Lord is going to take out of power. All right. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation. Shalom.